Hi, everybody. My name is Luigi. I'm a co-founder of Cardenxe Sotol. Just before we even get started, let's do another show of hand. Who knows what Sotol is? Oh, great. Yeah. More than I expected. That's amazing. No, but what is Cardenxe? Essentially, I launched Cardenxe as an authentic Mexican Sotol brand that was really inspired by my passions, which are art and music. And we wanted to create a whole sort of world around art, music, and Mexican traditions. You know, traditional music from Mexico, traditional art from Mexico, and experiences designed to foster a sense of place and sort of like inspire people to go on a journey with us through our brand, through our ethos, and through all the sort of exciting, I find them exciting, initiative that we create in order to inspire ourselves to sort of open up and connect on a deeper level with one another. And I want to say with ourselves in some sort of degree as well, because I do think that that's very important. A lot of us these days are sort of seeking that moment of, or that occasion where we can find our own identity rooted into the things we do and the things we say and in the things we consume, especially. And I think a lot of brands help us figure that aspect of our life out. So with that in mind, I did actually, as I started developing my brand, realized that the target consumer that I was basing the brand on sort of happened to be a little bit myself in a way, which was someone who's curious about new things and interesting things and likes to have a constant moment of sophistication, but at the same time be encompassed in an entire world around the brands that I like to use and champion, because I tend to bring people into that world myself. And so with that in mind, how am I doing that with Cardenxe, my brand? There is, first of all, the concept, the look, and the feel, which all leads into the experience of Cardenxe. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. So this is a little bit what I touched upon, constantly searching for our moment of self-identification. And how can a brand help us do that? Not just by the way it's presented, but by the way it's being experienced and consumed and lived, really, more than consumed, really kind of entering our sphere and entering our world and bending it. And that, I think, is a very important way in which one should approach brand building. You know, like, how do we want to change a person's life? I mean, yes, Sotol does not change the world in a way that, you know, is a technological innovation that changes the way in which the world works. But how can we change someone's life through a brand of liquor, of spirit, of beverage, of food, through a consumer brand? And that was sort of the base concept behind it. So then from there we said, okay, it needs to look interesting, at least, because what is Sotol, first of all? You know, a lot of people are not going to know. I can tell you right now, Sotol is this ancient Mexican spirit that doesn't come from agave. But at the same time, you might walk into a bar and not know what you want to drink. And first you taste with your eye, definitely, both with food, with beverages. You see something that sparks your interest, and immediately you're making an idea in your head before even thinking of, what is this? What, you're creating a whole storyline, and then you might be curious enough to inquire about it, and you will end up learning the story behind it. So with our packaging, we wanted to not only attract attention, not only convey our story and our passion and our deep rooting into the art world. As you can see, we worked with an artist to create a label that is kind of esoteric in a way, I want to say. And from there, there's also a conscious choice of color in our packaging, because Sotol, differently from other spirits of Mexico, most other spirits that we're familiar from of Mexico, has a very distinctive botanical vegetal notes that we wanted to sort of introduce in someone's mind from the first look, almost subliminally. You know, you see green. Green is a typical color you would see a gin bottle in, for example. As we wanted to sort of throw that in there from the first look. So you get the look, then after the look, you get the feel. How do we enhance a consumer life with our product? So we have to create a whole world of experiences and access. I think this is the thing that most of us want right now, is access to unique experiences, access to unique knowledge and thoughts, and that is really what stimulates us after being thrown in our face with billions of different, stimulations and brands and thoughts and ideas and social medias and pictures and everything. We actually want to go back into the grounded world and live things fully. And to do that, you have to create something. You have to create a sophisticated experience, but you also have to create something that is new and exciting, but not in a fleeting way, in a way that remains relevant, in a way that, yes, I had an exciting new experience, and I'm looking to repeat it, and I'm living it again and again in different ways, in different contexts, and through that, we make this new and exciting experience relevant. In this case, the experience of drinking Cardenxe or drinking Sotol. So, coming to our experience side of it. So I don't just want to create something that you drink. I want to create something that, again, you feel, you see, you know the people. When you're gonna go to a Cardenxe experience, to a Cardenxe event, when you're in a bar that serves Cardenxe, you can expect the kind of people that you're gonna meet there, the kind of like-minded individuals that are part of this world and part of your world now. So I think that everything else comes first, and the product is almost like a backdrop of the world in which you're living. And then eventually it'll become something that is intrinsical to this world, because you're used to having it right by your side as you're, living these different experiences and crafting your own identity and your own world. We do so through what I believe are some of the most deeply connecting experiences, which is art, music, and events, which all three can also co-live in one single a moment, actually, which is what I try to do in a lot of the experiences I do. And that's why I wanted to bring in a case study of Zona Maco, which is the most, let's say, the most prominent art fair in Mexico City, which is our first market where we launched, actually. Zona Maco, we did a very interesting activation throughout the whole week this year. We had on the Monday night, which was almost the pre-fair moment, we had a very intimate dinner in a very exclusive, and by exclusive, I don't mean like, 5-star kind of place, just something, a Roma Norte semi-abandoned building that was in the process of being revamped into something, into sort of a hub for arts and music and entrepreneurs, and a place that not many people knew about but had heard of. So we did a 60-person experiential dinner there with a very select group of people in partnership with with an art gallery that exhibited their art in the space, and with also a local event production company that had and creative agency that also had very kind of a cool following. So we wanted to get that core group where they had a very personal experience with the brand. Then throughout the week, we sponsored an array of different galleries in different sort of types of art, where people would go and say, oh, what am I drinking in this art gallery during Zona Maco, Mexico City? I've never heard of Sotol. This must be something that I should be aware of. And we culminated everything into an incredible 2,000-person event organized by Lago Algo, which is a museum and a foundation and an art installation in the middle of Parque de Chapultepec, which is an incredible setting on a lake. They organized this party. We were one of the three beverage partners, where we created a bar. And this way, I can guarantee you that the 60 people that were at the dinner on the Monday brought at least hundreds of people to our bar, trying to bring them into this world that they themselves experienced. And I did not have to explain anything about what Sotol or what Cardenxe was, because these first movers, let's say, were doing the job for me in a way, and wanted and felt empowered and felt proud of bringing their peers and their friends, their old friends, their new friends, into the world of Cardenxe. And that for me, and I actually did not plan this, I did not plan it this way, but it sort of came all together when I saw it at the big event at Lago Algo. I said, this is the way in which we can create something small and turn it into something big through an experience that prolongs over time. And that is how I plan to go forward with Cardenxe, through festivals like the art fairs, festivals, and other more personable, smaller scale experiences scattered around the world, I hope. So that is how I'm planning it. Thank you.